Paying a tribute to my English friends, today I will take you back to where it all began. The roots of cosmic horror. Long before Lovecraft gave us the Cthulhu mythos, there was The Great God Pan by Arthur McHugh, a story so shocking it was dismissed as obscene when it was first published in 1894. But today, this story is recognized as one of the most influential horror tales ever written. Let's dive into this. The Great God Pan tells the story of Helen, a woman whose very existence causes despair, madness, and even death to those who encounter her. The story begins with a strange experiment. A doctor performs a brain surgery on a young woman named Mary to open her mind to the true nature of reality. He calls it seeing the Great God Pan. But the experiment goes horribly wrong. Mary is left catatonic, and what she saw is so overwhelming it destroys her. Years later, Helen enters the scene, a mysterious and otherworldly presence who seems to carry that same destructive force, unraveling the lives of everyone she meets. In this short story, McHugh creates a sense of something vast, unknowable, and terrifyingly indifferent, a hallmark of cosmic horror. Helen isn't a monster in the usual sense. She's actually a force of nature, a revelation of truths so unbearable that they drive people to madness. And is this concept, the fear of confronting an uncaring universe, that would go to inspire other writers such as H.P. Lovecraft. But here is where The Great God Pan starts to get even more interesting. In my reading, The Great God Pan isn't just a horror story. It is also a deep critique of Victorian societies and the ideologies that kept it together. It is, as I will put it, the book equivalent of They Live, in a sense that they discuss the veil of ideology. Helen acts like a mirror, forcing people, rich people, to see the brutal realities of Victorian society. In other words, she opens rich people's eyes to capitalism, inequality, and exploration of that time period. And when the veil of ideology is lifted, it's too much to bear. If you already read the story, then you will know what I'm talking about here. This is a story that is not just about supernatural horror. It is about the terror of seeing the world as it truly is. Helen victims, as I said, they are mostly rich men, what represents the fragility of a society built upon lies. In other words, when those lies are stripped away from those men, what's left is madness and despair. Reality is often too much to handle. If this sounds like a great horror story, it's because it is. Go read The Great God Pan by Arthur McHugh if you haven't already. And if you are curious about my analysis and the philosophical depths of The Great God Pan, I will recommend that you go over to my blog, thebrazilianmud.wordpress.com. I've written a full analysis there, diving into the stories, the cosmic horror roots, and its critiques of ideology. I promise you, it goes much deeper than this simple video. There's so much more to explore, like how this work discusses themes like feminism, Celtic mythology, and the horrors of Victorian society. So don't miss out. If you haven't read the story, go read the story. And if you have already read the story, please go to my blog, thebrazilianmud.wordpress.com, and read my analysis and give your opinion on the matter. Who knows, maybe you could get a glimpse of the Great God Pan yourself. But be careful not to get insane as well. So that's it for today, my guys. thank you for showing up for another video. This is gonna be one of those. I'm talking about literature, so not many people will be interested on it. So, but either way, I thank you so much for coming here. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hugs, warm hugs from your friend, the Brazilian Mat here in Brazil, Victor. Bye!